Bigfoot is one of the many things that come to mind when people mention myths in the GTA series. Before Bigfoot was ever mentioned, GTA fans only talked about the Easter eggs or the content that was removed before the game was launched. With GTA San Andreas' release in 2004, the hot coffee feature stirred up much controversy and was briskly removed before the game's launch. Amid the confusion that hot coffee created, GTA fans were ecstatic about the rumors of a creature that supposedly lived in San Andreas' countryside. In a matter of weeks, news about the existence of the Bigfoot gained ridiculous levels of traction and even eclipsed the game itself. During the weeks after the game's release, GTA fans ventured into the woods as they looked for the monster. Videos and photos suggesting that some people had seen Bigfoot flooded the internet. Modders paid attention to what the buzz was about and started to profit from the hype, making mods that featured fake versions of the Bigfoot. Given that hot coffee and other features were removed from the game, speculation started to build up that Bigfoot had also been deleted, even though there hadn't been much in terms of evidence at the time to support that. They only strengthened how strongly people looked for even more made-up evidence and fake news regarding the topic. Years later, no one could tell for sure if Bigfoot had ever been in the game files or not. But there had been one benefit to the Bigfoot mystery, and it was that the game was richer and more profound because of it. Time, however, proved that it had all been nothing more than a fruitless endeavor, which left many fans disappointed. Bigfoot turned into the main topic of speculation for many GTA fans since the game's release in 2004, and even to this day, it's impossible to pinpoint when all the rumors began. Some people still think that the creature is actually in the game files and that nobody has found him yet. It's unlikely that's the case, but some gamers are still persistent. Given the hard-to-make-out photos from the time the rumors began and the descriptions of the supposed apparitions, how the Bigfoot would behave if it were real is a topic that remains largely unknown. Most people said they'd spotted Bigfoot from far away, always as a heavy creature trotting through the woods, and that would flee when the player got too close. Some went even as far as saying that the creature attacked the player when he felt threatened, or that the player could get close enough to snap a photo of him. To this day, it's known that the vast majority of those videos and images were just fake or never existed in the first place. When players received the brochure that came with the game, a particular individual named Bigfoot was credited in the thanks to section. Nowadays, the consensus is that it was just a nod to a Rockstar employee. The same mention can be found in the manual for GTA Vice City, and it only reinforces the fact that it's no evidence at all. Multiple in-game references can be found regarding Bigfoot's existence. The whole notion that the creature exists fits perfectly in San Andreas' world, especially the areas around Flint County and Whetstone, which had dense forests and mysterious locations scattered in them. The most reported sighting locations are near the Mount Chiliad Natural Arch on the site of Mount Chiliad, the Shady Cabin area, and back beyond. In those spots, countless fans posted evidence suggesting that the creature had been found. More often than not, they were just montages and photoshopped images. After an official interview with Terry Donovan aired in 2005, a statement ended most of the searches for Bigfoot. "There is no Bigfoot, just like in real life," the man had said, and it drove gamers nuts. Nevertheless, his words also spurred more debate within the community, and if it had a deeper meaning behind it. Years later, some fans still assure that he was lying and that the creature is roaming around in San Andreas' countryside. Instead of seeing his message as the definitive truth regarding the mystery, they took it as a hint and are still looking for other myths in the game. Countless attempts were made to dig out textures, models, and other assets for Bigfoot within the game's files. None of them rewarded players with substantial evidence. Some still think that Phantom files might be hiding Bigfoot, but it's still just a theory, and it's unlikely that it will ever yield anything worthwhile. The Bigfoot is, of course, included in GTA 5. Franklin finds a hunter who states that he's been hunting for Sasquatch for 8 years. It's a reference to GTA San Andreas, which in 2013 had been released 9 years prior. Minutes after scouring one of the forests in the game, the creature can be seen skulking around in the trees. After a somewhat long hunt, Bigfoot will be found cowering in fear. He will repeat phrases like "shoot me human" and "I'm the last of my kind," which refer to the Sasquatch mission in Red Dead Redemption. In the end, Franklin concludes that Bigfoot is nothing more than a crazy man wearing a costume, which is a jab at the mid-2000s myth hunters. With the release of GTA San Andreas, the remastered version, there exists a possibility that Rockstar might include new mysteries in the game.
It's perfectly normal to admit to being aroused role-playing dressed as a fantastical beast.
What the fuck was that?
Are you hopeful Bigfoot will make the cut? If so, don't hesitate to share your thoughts with everyone in the comments section.